Jewish born, David Sitcotkin, born again Christian illusionist magician.
Just for you. Now, if I turn my back to you like this, you'll be able to see exactly what happens backstage with a magician and answer for yourself that classic question, what is he really doing back there?
Copperfield did this on the Magic of ABC, starring David Copperfield, which 8 is enough. I forgot his name, but on the show he's Nicholas. Adam Rich, that's his name. And Dick Van Patten plays the father. And then one of the, can't think, detective girls, Charlie's Angels, one of the Charlie's Angel girls pops up. Three Stooges song. Peter Graves of Mission Impossible.
Unless somebody here has some other plans I don't know about, right after this message. Chasing flies halfway around the world and extricating myself from impossible situations. But right now, I'd like to reintroduce a young man whose performance is both enigmatic and elevating. And if you've ever doubted that there's magic in the air, enjoy with me now the magical world of David Copperfield. star. That's not in the cards, so to speak. I don't know how to describe this guy to you, except to say that he is the master of sleight of hand. And I do emphasize the sleight. Here he is, Mr. Carl Valentine.
Comedy magician, Mattel's Navy. An Amazing Stories TV show.
That's all about it right there.
And on, I think, Donnie Marie's show.
Are you ready for the tour? Stash, follow me with that camera. Thanks, Blackie. Nice girl. Every move a picture. For my first one, let's have all eyes on the basket. That's the basket over there. Easy. Up! Not bad for the first one. Only the beginning, only the beginning. How else? Now, shut that kid up. Here's the plan. First it's going to be the simple tricks, then I move into the more difficult tricks, and I pack up all this stuff and shove it out to sea. But first, the simple one is the magician. That's the last word down there. The magician
Greatest.
cuts the piece of rope in half. 2 pieces. Ah, this kid's dynamite. In the basket. Holy final talent. Few passes over the basket. Do all my own choreography. Simple trick of sticking the 2 hunks of rope back together again. Keep your eyes on the 2 hunks of rope. Don't get mad, the only way I know how. Boy, they're critical out there. And there it is, cleverly done. Together. Whoops, wrong rope. Always when you want to be a hit. Excuse me. All right, who's the wise guy to play around with the stuff back there? Take your cotton-picking hands out of my basket. I'll tell them what happened. I ain't afraid. Some crumb back there cut them both. And who's the wise guy that stuck the chicken in the basket? That ain't so funny. Remember him? Pathé News? Pretty young crowd here. Okay. Get dressed. Sure gets the act off to a bad start, but we go ahead just like nothing happened. Here's one. There's another one. Nice to see you. Here's one. I saw another fellow do it one time. He was also one of those, the last word in the rag, where he made use of a sheet of paper and your kind attention. Fella neatly ripped a sheet of paper in a lot of bits, neatly. There's a faster way. Used to be a chicken plucker. Not too much money, but you mean a lot of groovy chicks. That's important. Who wants pimples at my age? And then you put all the bits into a tight little bundle. Little garlic, and then made a few magic passes over the thing and restore the sheet of paper. There's a trick I wish I could do. Restore the sheet of paper. Put it back together again. And the formula for it. All right. Well, maybe I'm not the greatest, but I am the best dressed. Boy, I think I'll take these tails off. It gets hot in this joint. I'll tell you right now. Are you ready, Tanya? Okay, kid. Smile when you come out here. Keep your belly button covered, or it might be on in prime time. No doubt you've all seen the magician saw the lady in half. So we go on to the next one. Let's see what's happening with the rope trick. Good. They're getting close, getting close. Pull yourselves together. Now, here's the one you've all been waiting for. Oh, it's not my last one. I'll tell you when. The rabbit. The rabbit from the top hat. Get in, Schlame. A few passes. Welcome to America. A few passes over the hat for the old dustaroo. Inside the hat. What happened to the thing? Inside the hat. Well, if you're going to watch that close, the trick is off. I don't need it. I'm back. Inside the hatch, Peter, the little tiny bunny. Get ready, Pete, I'm coming down. Smile for me. Come on, what are you guys trying to prove back there? Oh, this takes a lot out of an artist.
Cause it don't bother me too much. If I give him the big one now, I'll make the whole audience disappear. Good luck, Kimosabe. I'm gonna do a few card tricks for you I recorded a couple of months ago for Columbia Records. 2 sides. Playing cards. What do they think of next? Couldn't say it looking at you. Had to put the blinkers on for that one. And now, my favorite, the sleeve job. 15 years. Cards go up the sleeve, flip back, stop in the center like Pike's Peak. Are you kidding? What's that? I'm just starting to get hot. Okay, you're the boss. Boy, they don't give you too much time out here. Hurry up, get the stuff over with. Rush him right off the stage. That's all right. Take your time.
You can see through the blindfold.
Look, you're finished for the boat. I've had enough of this nonsense. I'm leaving the joint now. Nice to see you.
Like the man who created it, remained a legend. It has never before been seen on television. As a matter of fact, this is only the second time that the amazing Randy is performing it. He will be using Houdini's original milk can, loaned to him from Mr. Sidney Radnor of Holyoke, Massachusetts. It's insured for $100,000. So you guys listen back there, it better not disappear, okay? Now, a can is made of galvanized steel with a steel lid that fits airtight. It's locked with six padlocks, which were provided and inspected by Myers Key Shop right here in Pittsburgh. Now, the store's owner, Mr. Jack Myers, is here in the theater, and he is the only person who has a set of keys for the locks. Mr. Myers, would you please come up and bring the keys?
This is a dangerous escape. Don't try this at home.
There are the keys, right? Would you just step up stage there? Thank you very much. Now, the can is being filled with water, as you can see, and when it's full, it'll weigh almost a ton. And in just a few moments, Randy will immerse himself in the milk can and allow himself to be locked inside. If he does not emerge within a minute and a half, he'll drown. Now, should he be unable to escape within that time, his assistants have instructed to use the axes that you see here to chop the padlocks and release him. Now, one final thing. To make absolutely certain that the locks are secure, we're going to fasten them with over 500 pounds of brute strength. Those pounds are carried by the 2 men I'd like to bring on stage now. From the world champion Pittsburgh Steelers, Mr. Franco Harris and Mr. Joe Green. Very carefully as Randy attempts to recreate one of Houdini's most incredible escapes. Ladies and gentlemen, the amazing Randy.
Thank you, Peter. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. This is a trick which I undertake with no small amount of trepidation, and rightly so. You people at home and you in the theater at the same time, when you see my head disappear beneath the surface of that water, all of you, experimentally, take a deep breath, as deep as you possibly can. And then when you have to let that breath out, you will know, ladies and gentlemen, that were you in the milk can in my place, you would at that point commence drowning. Ladies and gentlemen, in tribute to the late, great Harry Houdini, here is the incredible milk can.
It takes strength. And if you ain't got the right strength, don't try this. There's some magicians I think got killed doing this, and even taking a guess how it was made and didn't make it right, and they either almost died or they died. I can't remember. And one magician did it perfectly all the time, but they got dent during shipping and they didn't check it. I can't remember if he wound up in the emergency room or he died. I can't remember. I need to double check that. That's why I say, don't try this milk can escape unless you really know what you're doing. Or any escape. There's a lot of danger involved. And you got to be able to hold your breath, and you got to be able to use strength.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I wish you to recall just one thing before I leave you. This performance was my humble dedication to the late, great Harry Houdini, the greatest magician who ever lived. Thank you very much.
Randy's escape is, in theatrical terms, as we say, a hard act to follow. But the next magician is more than equal to the challenge. He is living proof that things aren't always what they seem. Ladies and gentlemen, Dorian.
Yep, they're back. They got back at 2:55. 2:55 something. Maybe it's 2:55 p.m. Tommy got his eyes dilated. He sees the same eye doctor as me, Dr. Cavaline. His son Addison does illusions too.
of illusion goes back many centuries. And among the masters were Blackstone, Thurston, Dante. One of the most incredible illusions is an effect called metamorphosis, which the dictionary tells us means to change. It involves, in this case, a large packing case, which you can see before you, a few young ladies, and in this instance, the amazing Dorian. Your Honor, 2 consecutive meetings of the World Convention of Magicians. And while he has the distinction of being the world's greatest magician, he has never before appeared in America. But before introducing him to you, we ask you to pay very close attention during his performance. For what you think you see, his dexterity will defy, for his hand is quicker than the eye. We present from Holland, Mr. Richard Ross. I'd like to thank our cast of illusionists and prestidigitators. Can you say that on television? Richard Ross. Dorian. The amazing Randy. David Copperfield. Yamada. And Carl Valentine.
Be with us next Saturday night at 8 when Bobby Van and Cheney Wallace salute the good old days of vaudeville. Tomorrow at 4, Sophia Loren stars as a young immigrant who clashes with the U.S. Customs Office over a giant sausage in Lady Liberty. Then at 6 o'clock tomorrow night, Christopher Plummer is a dedicated game warden who is willing to put his life on the line to catch a band of poachers in the Everglades. Right here on Channel 11.